patience and diligence. We couldn't even remember what our precepts were. John Cale. The first time I heard the Velvet Underground and Nico record, I just hated the sound. You know, how could anybody make a record that sounds like such a piece of shit? This is disgusting. All these people make me fucking sick. Fucking disgusting hippie vermin. Fucking beatniks. I want to kill them all. This just sounds like trash. Then about 6 months later, it hit me. Oh my God. Wow. This is just a fucking great record. Iggy Pop. Introduction. These are times in which critics cite the Velvet Underground as one of the most influential rock groups of all time. Even those who admittedly dislike the group or object to their preference for parental advisory content, the high visibility of drugs and so-called sexual deviance, for instance, are forced to concede their enormous effect on modern rock. Any survey that concerns itself with rock as it is now played tends to place them in the top 2 or 3. Spin Magazine's April 2003 list of the 15 most influential albums of all time, not recorded by the Beatles, Bob Dylan, Elvis, or the Rolling Stones, is typical in placing the Velvet Underground and Nico first. Yet on the top 100 album countdowns that classic hits radio stations frequently conduct, the Velvet Underground are usually conspicuous by their absence or low position, a reflection of the almost total radio and press blackout the group faced for most of its life. The mainstream airwaves today remain nearly velvet-free. It's a contradiction so glaring it approaches paradox. A band that left its mark on rock music and musicians in a profound way, but whose music was purposefully snubbed by the major outlets. Industry inertia was nearly comprehensive. Record stores, radio stations, the music press, promoters, the marketing personnel, and bean counters of the record labels who controlled the crucial distribution networks. Put simply, these people could not deal with this music in 1967, the year of the Summer of Love. Coupled with critical indifference and public hostility, it all spelled an absence of commercial reward for the struggling Velvets. Pick your cliché. They couldn't catch a break. They couldn't get arrested. If it wasn't for bad luck, they wouldn't have no luck at all. One thing is certain. Few, if any, bands have ever left such an enduring legacy with less help from the industry they were part of. Bad timing, shit-bum luck, mountainous egos. Even facing such conditions, the band produced work so powerful that, acting over time through the musicians they had influenced, they eventually transformed a music industry that only began to understand and appreciate them when it was too late. Gumshoes and Guitars. Velvet Underground co-founder Lou Reed once said, "If you're going to talk about greats, there is no one greater than Raymond Chandler. I mean, after reading Raymond Chandler and going on to someone else, it's like eating caviar and then turning to some real inferior dish." Lou had a simple plan: to take the sensibility of Raymond Chandler or Hubert Shelby or Delmore Schwartz or Poe and put it to rock music. And when he formed the Velvet Underground, that was exactly what he did. Taking a cue from film noir and Pulp Fiction, Reed and Company would pull back the curtain that separated pop music from the world beyond Moon and June love songs, creating in the process a new music verite. A rock noir, if you will. As Raymond Chandler died in 1959, we'll never know whether the man Reed called the greatest would have approved of having his sensibility applied to rock music, or if he'd have reciprocated the songwriter's admiration. I strongly suspect, though, that Raymond and Lou would have been muy simpatico. Had he lived, the author of hard-boiled detective classics, including The Big Sleep and Farewell, My Lovely, may well have seen something in Reed that resembled his own archetypal detective character, as described in his article, The Simple Art of Murder. A modern knight in search of a hidden truth. Down these mean streets, a man must go who is not himself mean. He must be the complete man, and a common man, and yet an unusual man. He is a lonely man. This last quality, Cale ascribes to Reed. He has his thing in his persona about having to struggle alone, not as part of a group. The other characteristics of Chandler's modern knight aren't traits typically ascribed to Reed, and the resemblance may not be.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.